Have you ever heard of Git and Github? Do you know how it is useful in a non-programmer's life also? What is Git and Github all about and why we use it? In this video, I have explained the use of Git in a non-programmer's life and the programmer's life so that everyone can understand it very clearly. So watch this video till the end and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed it yet and press that bell icon. Normally what happens while we are working on a project like editing a video or picture or writing a code or article, usually I end up with lots of copies of my article or code, you can say, with having different versions or stages in them so that I can fall back to any stages I want at any time without losing the original one I'm working on. So this method of copying our code at different stages of our project timeline can help us to make sure that if we fail in any current version, so we can fall back to previous version anytime. But there's a fall in it. What if we are working on a big project? So maintaining a tons of copies would be might difficult for you and me also. So let's say you can cope up with tons of different copies of your project while you're working on a big project. But another problem arises, that what will you name those copies? Like how will you keep track of your versions and different stages in your project? Not only this, but the worst come when you are working with someone else on your project, like you are a team of people who are working on a same project. So how will you synchronize the project files between you and your co-workers? Sure, you can use some kind of team workspace editor or some kind of programs for that, but let's use Git for this as we are a programmer. So here's a simple method. You can use a version control system like Git locally on your desktop, which will keep track of all of your versions in different stages of your project. And if you're working with a team, let's say you are working online with a team, you can use an online Git service like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, or anything else. So what is Git and GitHub? Git is a distributed version control system. By version control system, I basically mean that it will keep track of your changes in your code, or you can say in your file. While GitHub is an online hosting service which provides online repository hosting in which you can upload and download your resources and connect to the co-workers around the world. So there are four main things which a Git service will offer you. First, it will keep track of the changes in your code. So by this I means that let's say we create a new file, then we add a new line to it, and then we remove this line. So it will keep track of all of these states to your files. Second, it will synchronize the code between different peoples in your team. There are two main things by which it can synchronize the code. First is pull and second is push. So let's say you are working in a team while you are here in India and the other one is in the USA. So let's say you create a new file in the server. So first of all, you both need to pull this file from the server. So first of all, you will pull this file to both of your computers, and then let's say both of you made different changes in your local system, and then you will both push the files to the servers. Once the file reaches the server, then Git will automatically keep track of the changes and it will modify the file. And then you will just need to pull the file back from the server, so you will both have the most updated copy of your file. Third, we can test changes to the code without losing the original one. We just need to branch our code. We can do branching of our code in which we copies the code from master branch to another branch. We work on this branch, we do all of these changes in the next branch, and then if it works properly, then we can merge it to the master branch and it will go on. And if it doesn't work, we can just discard it and we can start working back up to the master branch. Fourth and most of the important thing, you can always revert back to the older version of your code. Let's say you introduce a new changes in your code and it stops working. So you can go back to the older version and work from there also. So these are the four main things that a Git service provide you. These are the four main objectives for which we use Git services. If you know any other objective or any other work like writing a poem in which we can use Git services, like writing a poem, writing a story, writing a script or anything else, please comment them down below in the comment section. And don't worry if you didn't understand some of these jargons and terminologies like push, pull, merge, branching and all of this. It will all cover up in the upcoming videos. So first thing you need to do right now is to go below and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon. Go press that like button and share this video to all of your programmers and non-programmers friends so that they all can understand how they can use Git in the day-to-day life.